that people have? As far as somebody mentioned Saturday PD days, we don't have those often at all. Like rarely, like we've had one this year. And they asked if I paid teachers for that or whatever. Here's how PD rules in our district. So you can tell it's a need to know situation, right? I mean it is. I do schedule PDs during their CT, their conferences, twice a month in their buildings. I offer, and those are required. You don't have a choice but to come because it's during your contracted day. I offer optional things that, especially now as we've moved on in our systems, a lot of new teachers need a lot of support. Not comfortable teachers need a lot of support. I'm not going to make my teachers who don't need the support sit through things that are wasted their time. So I offer a lot of optional things. My optional things used to be really heavily attended. Now they're not so much because the majority of my teachers don't need what I'm offering them. Because it's the more take 2 year steps back kind of things for the people who are joining us a little bit later. Saturday PDs and off contracts time PDs like summer more than Saturdays, honestly. I offer them to be optional, but I provide, it's truly a blended learning situation. And they're not all, the content is not optional that you learn. I'll say that. How you choose to learn it is your option. So anything I do live, I also provide digital access to. So teachers can, I will build specific things. So for example, 2 Saturdays ago, we were not a Google district at all until 2 Saturdays ago. And that's what happened. So I was like, everybody needs to know this now. So Dr. Sturgeon and I worked on a plan, and I held 2 live trainings, 2 4-hour trainings. Folks could choose to come to that. And we trained live because there are some teachers who prefer to learn that way. You get it done in 4 hours. You were done. There was also a whole online course you could work through. Either way, you had to have the knowledge of being able to function in our Google system and sign off that you were comfortable by this Monday at 3 o'clock. So that sign off was there, and it was signed, and I could tell participation in the online class, and I took attendance for who was live. We did offer a stipend for that one because it was like a crash course. Like we decided, and kapow, you had to know it. So we did offer a stipend for that one. But if I hold things, like when we rolled out Canvas, for example, I signed my Canvas contract at the beginning of July. I taught myself Canvas till the end of July. I had trainings starting the end of July, and then I offered them again when school started. But here was the thing, you know how the beginning of the school year is, it's terrible, right? So if teachers didn't come in the summer, that was okay. But then they were coming during required CT times. If you didn't come in the summer, you had to come during the CT time. Well, nobody got time for that in the beginning of the school year. So most of them opted to come in the summer just to get it off their plates. They knew how to do it. Because either way, Canvas is rolling August 18th. I don't care how you chose to do it. However you choose to learn, that's awesome. But our system will be functional up to August 18th for students. So that's that. So yes, we offer stipends, but sometimes no, we don't, because I do offer it during contracted time, and you can't do double dipping that way. So you can, it's just dollar you call it on which way you want it. So that's kind of the answer on that. As far as like summer of e-learning conferences and conferences that we hold in the summer, those we don't pay them for that. And when we hosted our last summer of e-learning conference on site, I have 124 teachers. I had 119 come, and they didn't get paid a thing because they were just excited to learn from outside people coming in instead of just me all the time. And I'm sure that was part of it. And it's just a good example. They didn't all stay the entire day. They picked and choose their sessions, and they came to what they wanted. And I'm cool with that. Don't waste your time if there's not things that you need there. But I provided the schedule. I said if I were you and I was a Yorktown teacher, this is what I would attend. Some of them just did that. Some of them stayed for all of it, whatever they were good for. So that is, somebody asked that question on today's meet. So that's the longer answer to what I answered in there. The other one was somebody asked to explain how we use flex days for parent-teacher conferences. We did 2 back-to-back days in October. It was the first time we ever used flex. Rob asked me too earlier. Because you apply for flex doesn't mean you necessarily have to use it. I apply every year. And I get granted it every year, and this is the first year I've actually used it because we were using virtual option days, and our people are not interested in that many digital learning days in a year. So I know if I'm going to utilize flex, I'm going to have to back off on my virtual option days a little bit because 4 to 5 is the max my people can take in a year. I've told you that. So I'm not gonna kill them with that and make them hate it. So, but for parent-teacher conferences, what we did was, so they were October 26th and 27th. Our elementary folks ran parent-teacher conferences. Our secondary folks did as well, but only by need. You know, kindergarten teachers want to meet with everybody's folks. The big kid teachers want to meet with people getting Fs. So they didn't have as heavy conference schedules. So we rotated it. So like all elementary conferences were the 26th, and then we used it as a PD day on the 27th. Here was what stunk about that on my part. And I would recommend this for you too. I didn't get to touch that PD. That was nothing of mine. Because I'm busy running Tech Helpline, I'm busy running the e-learning day, so I did all that work and I didn't even get to PD anybody that day. So I kind of got gypped out of that. But good PD went on that day. We adopted a new math series, so the math people came in. We had literacy trainings for our elementary folks, that worked. And then the flip side, then we flipped it, and those math people went to secondary the next day and they held their they didn't have as many parent-teacher conferences, so they did more data meetings and that kind of thing as a whole staff. But that's how kids followed the same thing that you're seeing up here. And the teachers just had to be available to answer questions. Did that answer the question of whoever had that? I could not type all that in like 140 characters in there. Okay. All right, sweet. Okay, now we're going to talk about the details here. And details are huge because you're going to get slapped with a bunch of questions and you got to have an answer. So this is kind of some of the stuff. These are some more resources that you can take ours and tweak them. There's a method. We decided we're going to do e-learning days. You cannot communicate enough because I swear we sent out 5 mass emails. We did the call, the mass call to the house. It says, hey, we're going to have an e-learning day. We tweeted it. And people said, wait a minute, there's an e-learning day? No, I don't know how that happened. So you cannot communicate enough. So we sent out, what you have linked here is Mr. Dudley's email from the middle school. But I only gave you one. This was for our e-learning day. As you know, the winter has been terrible. This is for the first one. We don't send this email anymore, but this will get you started if you need it. Mr. Dudley did not write this email. This email was created by us, by district leadership, and every principal sent out the exact same communication. Because what you can't afford to happen is a family that has siblings getting cross communication. It's not right. It has to be exact. Only thing Mr. Dudley had to do is sign his name at the bottom. It stayed the same. And he had to change. You'll call the YMS office to deliver or to reserve a lab spot, or you'll call the Pleasant View Elementary office to reserve a lab spot. We did that kind of thing. We didn't. Other than that, there was no leeway in the communication that parents got. It was a very uniform message that they received. We did, like I said, mass emails. We did paper letters home the first time, because let's say somebody was your case, we're going to struggle on a digital learning day if you don't get an email, right? So we did do letters home that said, talk to us. If you're having problems, talk to us. Let us know what you need. We'll help you. We'll help you figure it out. And we did the mass call. Jennifer did do one mass call to every home that said, just so you know, we're going to start doing digital learning days. This is a shift in our culture. We're going to give it a shot. This is low risk, but high importance because it gets your kids to come to me. She worded it very well. We don't do all that every time now. Now we send the mass email home. It goes home into building newsletters. Because people expect it. They know. If there's a snow day, they're like, oh, we're going to have a digital learning day for that. They know how that's going to roll now. But that was 3 years in. Something I wanted to, when I was talking to people, I hear folks say, we're rolling out our one-to-one initiative, and we want to do digital learning days. I don't see how you can do that in the same year. Like, it's great to have this information now, but if you're here to collect information to go to district leadership, I would advise them to just slow down and get yourself going first before you try to do both things in 1 year. Because switching to a one-to-one environment, your focus in that is about making it work, and your focus in your virtual option days and your flex days are about instructional quality. And I want to tell you, you can do it at the same time, but it's just rough. It is just rough. We rolled out our one-to-one in 2011. We started that. I mean, that's how long it's been. So it's not one of those things that we just went and did it. And we did a gradual rollout. I know folks are better about that these days. Back in our day, we outfitted 5th and 9th graders, which seems ridiculous, kind of. We did 5th and 9th, and then they carried it up, and then we did 5th and 9th again. They carried it up, and 5th and 9th again until everybody 512 was outfitted. That's how we did it. And we still stick true to we are only 1-to-1, technically, 5-12. We still stick true to that. Now, we've switched out devices. We're on several. We've retired 2 grade levels worth at this point now, but it's taken us a lot of time. So if you're here to gather information and take it back to your district leadership, you want it to be good. Because if it's bad, it's going to be really bad, and it's hard to recover from that. So I caution you about that. We addressed e-learning days as an event. When they first started happening, like, this is an event, this is awesome, like prom, or like, honestly, like, let's show us what it looks like, what's happening on your e-learning day. And parents would tweet, we had a hashtag, and we would do hashtag like YCSDLD. And then I would follow that and really encourage parents and retweet stuff, and it was darling. They were tweeting pictures, especially the little kid parents, tweeting pictures of them in their jammies doing their work, and on Saturdays, and I tweet pictures from the lab, and it was good fun. Teachers would tweet what they were doing on that Saturday, like inserts and stuff. But that's what it was. It was an event, and we did it for buy-in purposes, but it made me sick the whole time we were doing it, because really it was just what we do, and we were making it like it wasn't what we do, because parents didn't realize what we did all the time. So we had to do it. Now we just stick with our regular corporation hashtag, like Richmond, what you guys have, we are Richmond, or whatever, or whatever your hashtag is. Yeah, so whatever, we just stick to our regular. We want to see what people are doing. If they need us, I still follow that. I still follow a hashtag to make sure if that's how they choose to get me, even though they have my tech line number, that I can get them. But, yeah, so it is kind of nice to promote that during social media. And DOE watches it, and so they'll retweet things, and the peers say that's me, if they retweet stuff out there. So that's something that kind of got like buy-in. It was like a theme, it was like an event, and not really how school works. So. The elements of PR are vital. Like I told you, we spent hours on the phone with people who didn't love it. We coached our school board on how to finesse that at board meetings when people didn't love it. And I'd say people didn't love it, but literally in our district, we have 2,400 students. We probably had 10 people who really hated it and thought we were like ruining education. 10, and some of them were married to each other. So, it's not as bad as I'm making it sound, but you have to deal with those people, because what they do is they do put on Facebook, and they're like, you know what, right, this isn't as awesome as the teacher said it was. How are we supposed to do this? And so you've got to be able to, so what I would do, because we're small, I just pop out, I see it. We're a small community, and I'm in it. My kids go here, I'm in it. So I just say, you know what, I'm willing to talk to you about this. Feel free to call my office phone, and we'll work it out. I'm happy to accommodate you. Stop. It would stop. No, but they would stop, because they knew I was watching it, and they knew we would work it out. They were just looking for something to complain about. It would stop instantly if you take it on. Feel free to call Dr. McCormick. She'll be expecting your call on Monday. That's what I would say. And they would just stop, because they just wanted to vent. They just want to like if you change a bus route and somebody has to get on 10 minutes earlier, it's no different. They just tie it to technology, and that's really no one. Again, Tech Helpline, I cannot stress enough to have someone available as a resource for these people. If they get frustrated, that they don't have to wait until Monday. Because can you imagine how mad they're going to be if they have to wait until Monday? So that you have someone available to take that. And I'll tell you, like I said, I took all those calls. Folks weren't hateful, and you just all in how you handle them. They were like, hey, this isn't working. I would get very matter-of-fact phone calls, but they weren't mean. They're like, you know what, I get it. I have 3 kids doing it right now myself. Let me walk away from my kids, and I'm going to help you right now. And they're like, oh, okay. So I said, oh yeah, it was nice. And I know when I talked about checking all the modules, you were like, oh gosh, that's terrible. I had my eyes on them though, so when they said, I'm in the 2nd grade module, and there's this cat thing they're supposed to do, I knew exactly what a cat thing was. So it helped me be faster at solving those problems. So, even if it all washed together, but so. So we're constantly changing our practice. This year we changed it even more. Again, we went from any instruction to authentic YCS teacher instruction and made that transition. We went from an admin check, which, by the way, I still do at least 1 time a year. But if we start having multiples, remember I said I spot check, but I want everybody to think they're getting checked every time. We do peer reviews, and there's a link to a peer review check sheet in there for you, where they would pair each other out, principals took care of it. And they would just say, is the structure of it good? Does it include all of our things? Is instruction, practice, and application activities? Does it follow our lesson design best practice? Functions, is everything, are the links embedded correctly? Videos embedded correctly? And is it easy to read and follow? And then the aesthetics, is it grammatically correct? Because when you're building stuff fast, you may mistype something, so you don't want to send that home. You want somebody to grab that for you. So we just basically presented this as you just have to have each other's backs a little bit and kind of peer review this. And they just signed off, yes it does. And then what I did, this was for me, this comments, any unique components or instructional strategies included. I wanted, so she and I were checking each other's, and I was checking her module, and I saw she did something really cool in there. I would put that down, and then I showcased those in a follow-up CT of all the things that were unique that got called out by your peers. Then it wasn't me. I mean, teachers can recognize what's awesome just as easily as I can, but then I'm not targeting out individual teachers, their peers are. So we had a little like show and tell of like, look at this awesome thing that Mrs. Barrett did in hers. Look at this thing, and the teacher's like, oh, I want to do that in mine next time. And then we like rolled them out before it started. Like, hey, don't forget those awesome things we talked about. And then I'd start seeing those in about 10 of them instead of just one. So that was good. That was good. It was kind of my backdoor way of feeling better about not checking all the modules, honestly. Because I was feeling guilty about that. So we did move from me checking them all and administrators to peer check. Event to common practice, like I said, it is how our corporation rolls, especially 512 every single day, and often K4 as well. So I don't want it to be an event, because I want people to understand this is consistent practice, and we're not asking them to do anything that we don't do with their own children on a regular basis. Increased opportunity for live and student interaction, that's something we're still working on and we need to be better about. I can see day of it being a lot more feasible than makeup window. On the next one, this is the one that you guys are going to really want to steal. If this is worth your time at all, it's this. These are surveys. We survey after every e-learning event, set of events. So we would not do, if we had 2 days, we wouldn't do after every one. We survey students, grades 3 and up, teachers across the board, and parents. All the questions you're going to notice, if you click on here, it's going to take you to the Google form, and all the questions are there. Dr. McCormick wrote all these. I'm not going to take credit for them, though I wish I could, because she was masterful at wording questions in a way. What is happening? What is that? Is it like a was it in my hand? No. Okay, I thought it might be bad. Like from my vantage point, I'm like, I'm getting attacked by a bat. Oh, you guys got salsa and freak out. Okay, I'm gonna pull this one up. So she was masterful at writing questions to get the response that she wanted, as far as calling attention to the real point of it. So we asked for building, obviously where it is. You'll notice themes. It's important to ask what building. We have 4 buildings. You'll see themes with the K2 building that you don't see in the high school, and you got to take that for what it's worth, depending on who it's coming from. Not that the K2 parents aren't as important in their opinion. It's just how it impacts our district, right? So you take that for what it's worth. And then were the expectations clear? That's pretty cut and dry. Go down to what benefits have you determined to be the result of e-learning days. Now, she provided a nice list of 8 items, 7, 8 items, of why e-learning days are beneficial. If you still think that you can check, I don't find it beneficial at all, after reading that list of items, then you take that survey for what it's worth. Because there are benefits, and you got to find one of them in there. So, like I said, she was masterful at doing that. So, and we did have people say, I see no benefits. Okay, duly noted, but we really wanted to know which part of it, what was most important to you of that. Sometimes it was just getting to peek into a classroom and see what's happening. That was a benefit. For elementary people, that was it. For my kids at risk kids, it was getting exposure to that content before high stakes testing. That was what their parents found most important. For my AP kids, hey, that test is happening either way, and there's a lot of content to get in by that time. So it was very interesting. When we took the survey results back, we took all the ones that said, e-learning is the best thing I've ever seen, and we threw those out. We took the ones out that said, you're ruining my children and all education by e-learning, and we threw those out, because those ends you're not going to change their minds either way, and anything you tweak is really not going to matter because they're still going to have that opinion. We took everybody else in the middle, and we really read their others of ways we can make it better, and we tweaked them every single time based on that, and we still do. So I think that it's important to, I mean, again, the yays and the you're not going to change your minds. So, okay, you hope your yays outweigh your boo, but maybe not. To take those people who have good feedback for you and really roll with that. So it's all in the wording of that. So that's huge. What's happening here? There we go. Okay, here I am. All right, a couple of things here I want to give you some time to go to the modules and poke through those and show you how to log into those. We put them in a public course. So those of you who are Canvas users know that it's a public course, so you don't necessarily have to be in the course to see it, but you do have to have a Canvas login to access it. So you're going to go to this URL, yorktown.instructure.com/courses/4699, and then your username is signed in, and this should work. Hey, fingers crossed. It's going to look really not smart at this. You're going to go to Yorktown, and then your password is Tiger17, all case sensitive. So go into that and see if you can see my course then, and it's going to give you access to all of the things I showed you today, plus the ones I didn't go through today. Again, we don't share a lot of our content because of copyright things that my friend here mentioned. So this is what I have for you to see right now. If you're just absolutely dying to see content in a different area, I have access to all the teachers' Canvas accounts, so I can pull it up and we'll have time to do that. But I want you to be able to get in there with your teams and mess with that a little bit too. Anybody in? Oh, you're in. Are you a Canvas user though anyway? Okay, good. Okay, good. Click on modules. Sorry, I guess I need to tell you how to manipulate that. Okay, so then you'll click on modules over to the left-hand side. This is how Canvas is structured. You land on a home page, and then you have all the tabs at the side, so you can do discussions, quizzes, announcements, whatever. Modules is where you construct a digital lesson. So you'll click on modules, and then you'll see it laid out. The kindergarten, remember, is 1 day, all pages, and I know it looks short to you, but keep in mind they were 5. And trying to do this for the first time 9 weeks in, so I know that's short, but I want to give you current content. As you click through, you'll hit that next button. You'll notice it's just going to plug you into the next e-learning day module. So if you want to keep going back to modules, if you hover over your next button, it's going to tell you where you're going next, if it's the next page, or if you're moving to the next module, or you can keep going back to modules on the left and walking through that. Again, yeah, and you can, I'm going to leave it open always. You can always have access to that one. That's fine. And you know what I'll do? I'm going to throw that module structure, my module structure one. I'll just throw it in the bottom of that. And then you can have it. Is that okay? And then you can send me comments, your own comments there yourselves. Commons is a place in Canvas where it's like a repository for content, and you can share it different ways. Probably all LMSs have it. I don't know. In My Big Campus, it was the library. If you were My Big Campus library. It's Commons in Canvas, and you can share publicly. So Mike said, can you share that publicly so he could see it? Or you can share with just your school. All my teachers share with just our school system because of our copyright infringement. Is everybody done with this? Yeah, do you want it? That's the password. And you have access to this. I'm not going to take it down, so I mean, you can have it. So as you continue, it's okay. You're right. As you continue to look, I am going to go over a couple final takeaways because I want to be respectful of your time. There's a couple things I want to know. These days are intended from the DOE to be instructional days. And when you go onto their website to fill out the application for virtual option, there's a webinar you have to take. And it's people talking about how they do the virtual option days. I'm one of those people, but there's also folks from Connequa and Zionsville, I think. And there's one other district who's not always with us, but they were in there too, and they had some really good ideas as well. And you'll watch the webinar, and then you have to take a quiz and so show that you passed the quiz so that you know. And then your superintendent has to do a digital signature for assurances that they, and that's there's nobody that's going to come around and police that for you. They don't police it. At least they didn't under the old administration. I believe it should be policed because I will tell you, I think there's some things out there that aren't as great quality as they could be, which then makes the rest of us have to struggle to fight to do it. I don't want to get us all shut down because of poor quality. We need to police ourselves because you owe your students and your parents quality instruction all the time. So as long as folks are policing themselves, then we'll be good. But that's what that website is. Hey, I took the quiz and I missed one. How funny is that? Like I'm in it and I missed one. I had to retake it. Anyway, so that all the virtual option influx are different applications now, may be merged into one for next year. Candace wasn't sure. She wanted me to be sure to reiterate that to you. Current classroom instructional and PD practices will dictate your e-learning day, your ability to do it, and how it looks. Okay, so we started out, you know, with just whatever, and then we kind of fine-tuned it as we went. So your current practices are going to dictate that. District support for teachers, students, and families is essential. Tech helpline, professional development, all of it is essential. I never said wizard bags are okay. Candace will not believe you if you say I did.
Huh.
And then now you kind of know as you walk out to what kind of a good one looks like what a good e-learning module looks like, so it's not as abstract for you. Again, you have access, you could always pull these up for your cabinet people or your principals or whoever would need to see that. And now you kind of know how to plan to move forward for a digital learning environment. So that's what I have as far as that goes. Those are the big takeaways there. That I hope, is there anybody who still has questions about any of these things? Because that's huge. Remember, you still have access to the presentation, so you can go back through all of it again. I do have a couple plugs that I'd like to put in here. This is the big one. We host a conference every year. We hosted a summer e-learning conference every year for our teachers. It's very teacher focused. And it was, like I told you, that the teachers could come to and those kinds of things. It was in cooperation with the summer e-learning. Last year, we decided to go a different route. I got bored having that conference. That's just the truth. I got bored with that. So we tried to go a different route. And we did a camping conference for district tech leadership and curriculum leadership teams. And we went camping at Summit Lake State Park. So fun. And our whole theme is disconnect to connect. So what we do is we disconnect. I mean, I'm not taking your phones away from you, but we try to disconnect. We really just try to connect with each other and learn. It's very conversational. It's small. We're capped at 100 people. It's very small. And it's conversational with our presenters and with each other. Last year we had Coach Jean Haiti from Purdue come and talk about teamwork because we know in our leadership roles, we have to build teams. So he talked about his experience with that in basketball, which was fascinating. But we can transfer that into what we do. I'm working on the presenters list for this year. It's very small. Like I said, we have 4 or 5 sessions. They last one day. We could spend the night if we want. And then you're free to go the next day. It's a really good conference. So if you're interested, registration's not open, but yet it will be after spring break. You can click here and look at pictures and stuff from last year and see if that's something you may be interested in. It's very different from this. It's we wear shorts and tennis shoes and sit around and roast hot dogs for lunch, and it's really fun. So if you have a team, a leadership team that you would like to bring, that would be very affordable, and it's just wasn't it? It was just a good time. I had people who came and were like, "This is like awesome because it's just so different." Yes, sir.
You say the dates, yeah?
Yeah, it's September 15th. So it's Friday, September 15th is the date of the actual conference, and then we'll spend the night that night if you'd like, and then it's your Saturday. So then checkouts are 2. So if you don't like, you don't have to spend the night. You can just be a day keeper. They're like, I'm not paying. It's surprising I camp when I get attacked by a bug and I freak out. But I do camp. So I'm very fun. The website gives you lots of information. I was nominated for the COSIN Next Generation Leaders Program Award, which will be recognized April 4th at the COSIN Conference in Chicago. I was nominated and got to the top 30, but then it goes by popular vote. So in a district of 2,400, good luck with the popular vote. So if you enjoyed what you heard today and you think, yeah, you know what, she's not too terrible of a leader, if you could click on that link and vote for me, that'd be fabulous. And not just me, there's 4 of us from Indiana, actually, and that makes it 30, which speaks highly to Indiana, I feel like. You have to only have been in a tech leadership position for less than 5 years, so that eliminates a lot of our tech leaders in our district because they've been around a lot longer than that. But if there's 4 of us, myself, Austin from Washington Township Schools, and then there's another gal, and I think she's from Minnesota Hensley too, but I don't know her. So you scroll through, it tells you where they're from. So you can vote for like 5 people or something like that. So that looks perfect. Which one?
Copy and paste it.
Copy and paste it. Let's see if that works. Good call. Good call, tech guy. Well done. Go ahead, tech guy. You break down, he'll just restart you. Okay, so anyway, if you feel so inclined to do that, it is only noon. So if you have questions about anything we did today, if you want to stay and play and look through that stuff, so we're here to ask questions. If you want to see anything else module-wise that you didn't see, if you have specific questions for Dr. Sturgeon as far as he has to leave shortly, the central office is like needing him back there. He's been here all day. If you have questions for him, like superintendent level-wise, he'd be much better to answer those than I. We'll hang out here. I will make myself available. I can be available till 1. We're set to end at 12:30, so we have plenty of time. And those of you who've had long trips, if you need to get back on the road, then I get back to you. So thank you so much for coming today. I appreciate it.